Is it okay to break up with your girlfriend for talking to another guy or following or liking another guy on TikTok? Wow. So if I can just use my educated opinion, I would say that's going a little bit too far. That person can be on the other side of the country and you two are arguing about someone that this person will never meet or never knew, and they just like looking at that person. So my thought is that maybe you need to look in the mirror and check out your self-esteem levels. Maybe you have low self-esteem and you're feeling insecure. That's not her fault. All right. She was looking at them, other guys before she met you. She may look at other guys while she's with you. It's okay. You have eyes you can see, right? I'm looking at you guys on the camera. So looking at someone, I don't think is a reason to break up. But for me, but I'm older now. I probably would have tolerated that back in the day. But for me, I just think that's doing too much. Another reason to argue. So, relationships. All right. More results in a minute. Is TikTok good for a relationship? I got a lot of those. So someone had actually tagged me in this one. They said TikTok is a great tool for bringing lightness and humor into relationships, as it encourages couples to come together to play and have fun intentionally. And everyone knows about the couples when they would jump up and down, and at first they would have the same outfit and they jump up and down, the guys in a dress and a bra and all that. So I think the funniest one was the little couple. I don't know if you guys ever seen that show on Lifetime. Oh man, I fell off the chair. It was so funny. But yeah, those were cool, and so couples do find things to do together. You don't always have to fight and argue, right? And I don't think many couples do. I mean, I personally don't like to fight with people and argue. I think it's a little bit overwhelming. But some people do. And I guess sometimes you just have to be equally matched. You have to really meet someone who's compatible, which brings me to my next point. When you meet someone, you're not in love in 2 days, nor 3, nor 5. You're not in love at 15. You're not in love at 19. You're definitely not in love at 21. All right. And if you want to sit and argue with me about that, we can all night. But I can tell you from experience, you're not. All right. You don't even know what it is yet. And if you did, then congratulations. And if you found it that quickly, that's even more beautiful. But if you're met on TikTok, I can guarantee you're not going to be in love too much longer. So which brings me to breaking couples that are breaking up on TikTok. I mean, it's all over TikTok. It's all over the news. I mean, people, this is like a newsworthy thing now, right? I'm even talking about it on The Counselor. But it is Valentine's Day, and I love to watch those TikToks where people are getting hearts and surprises at the door and all that stuff. So why is TikTok toxic? TikTok culture is incredibly toxic and has undeniably negative effects on young users. What do you mean negative effects? All right. So people want to look like the person that they see. So I don't know if anybody have noticed it. Like I said, I do watch TikTok, but all these guys seem to have like red lips and they look very swollen. I mean, like a lot of them. I don't know what it is, the surgery yet, because obviously I don't need any lip surgery, but they all got to have the same lips, like the housewives. So then you find these younger people who are in the mirror 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or looking at themselves to see how they can look like someone on TikTok. And then you got these people who aren't even eating. Like I said, it's nice to have a six pack, but when we can see the shape of your ribs, the color of your liver, and just half of your back, that's a concerning thing. And then have the nerve to have your shirt off so that we can all look at that horror. So yes, and I'm meaning that to say this. Some of these young users are developing low self-esteem issues, body issues, body shaming. Everyone thinks they have to have this waist that's a size 0. Some people cut their ribs out. They get surgery to remove fat. They put fat in different places. Everybody doesn't spend their money on the mall on Louis Vuitton purses. Some people actually take their money and invest into their body to look physically more attractive. With that said, there was a story with a guy, I'm going to pull it up in a minute, who had gotten his chest implants. So they weren't like breasts, but they were like kind of pecs and muscles. So, but because he was working out and the way he was working out, it started shifting them. So then they fell down under a pocket in his chest or something. I can't remember the entire article, but the point was that the man, the surgery went botched. It went wrong and he almost died. He had to have him removed right away. And the first thing he said when he came out of the surgery was, "My life is over. What am I going to do?" So I said, wait a minute, give me a second. So, I just, so I'm a thinker. I like to think. So his whole thing was being an internet model. He went to the gym. He said he went to the gym for 8 and 9 hours a day, which means he probably didn't have time to read, get an education, because his body was going to be the way he was going to make it physically. Right. So again, self-image. And I think he was only 23 or something. Self-image became a problem. This man almost died. So when we're thinking about having a good relationship or meeting one of these gorgeous people, and everyone's gorgeous on TikTok, honest to God, I'm like, gosh, is this what people really look like? No, it's called filters. I probably need a couple from me from this show. Filters. People get lip injections. They do a lot. People even present their space that you're seeing. They're controlling the narrative that you're looking at. And so I want to say this to some of your younger users. When you're looking at these people all worked out and hardcore looking and whatever tight clothes they're wearing that they borrow from their brother because they needed a clean shirt. So when you're thinking about trying to look like these people, mimic them, these people are showing you what they want you to see. All right. So many young children on TikTok are exposed to inappropriate content that includes racism. Right. We all have been watching the situation with Whoopi Goldberg, the other internet or YouTuber, Ron, can't remember his last name. I never really listened to him, but anytime that I've mentioned so far that I want to be a YouTuber, they've mentioned, oh, you're going to be like this guy, Sam Rogan or something, Ron Rogan. I don't know. Anyway, so there's a big scandal about him using the N-word. So these children are exposed to these things. Actually, I don't watch the news anymore. And I actually learned about the whole situation with Whoopi Goldberg leaving The View and all that drama with colorism and racism was on TikTok. And then you have these children when they do these lines and mommy, and I'm not going to mention some of them, but there's some inappropriate things being said, right? And it sounds like it's in a little kid's voice. So as you're scrolling, watching TikTok, what do you think your kids are doing? Watching cartoons? No. They're looking, right? They're watching, they're listening, they're learning, they're hearing other kids doing TikToks. They want to do TikToks, right? Not knowing that daddy's making the most money out of everybody. So again, being exposed to inappropriate content. Parents, yes, this is new. We probably didn't learn this in counseling school. I know I didn't talk about TikTok when I was in college. So these are things that, it's always time to update yourself and learn. And then misogyny, I'm not going to go there, and damaging beauty standards. So when you're not looking like that girl on TikTok, when your nose doesn't look like that other person's nose, when your forehead seems slightly bigger, your hairline has gone further back, when your nails are not long enough, okay, can we keep going? When there's no bubble in the back when you're looking in the mirror, all right, when everything's flat in the front, right? When you're starting to feel that way, all right, it's time for you to call the counselor.